Hey healers, welcome back to another ancestral energy healing reading for the collective. Let's see what we're going to talk about. This has to do with rest and with being a hermit. You need a lot more time with yourself. Oh my gosh, something is about to happen. You want to be prepared for it. It's like somebody's coming in with an offer. What is the offer? Passion. This is a continuation of our readings that we've been doing on moving. Whoever's moving, this is like a specific group who's contemplating moving in with a partner, or that's just something you want. You don't have a partner, but you want a partner. Yeah. Ace of Cups, Ace of Ghosts. I'm still using the Halloween deck and I will not stop. The Queen of Swords. So basically this is for, okay, so this, you watching this could be any person in this scenario, but there's a woman who's like, she's single, she's been single, she's highly sought after, many people want her. She's just like having fun living her life, but there's this shadow that is like loneliness, like deep loneliness, and like also deep sexual insatiability. Like she's ready to tear somebody apart. And there's a piece here that is calibrating for this divine feminine around receiving sexual pleasure and holy matrimony at the same time. This is so funny that it's being voiced like that, because this is like the religious split between the virgin whore complex, where it's like a belief that you can't have amazing sex with a loving partner that cherishes you and like holds a sacred, safe space for you as a goddess in his life. This is a deep, deep wound. This is the wound that religion caused on earth. This is sexual shame, sexual suppression. It is like the Chariot. You see that? King of Cups. Here we go. He's a man who is very outgoing and fun. He likes to drink and get drunk. He could be an alcoholic. And you don't see a problem with this because it's natural in your culture. Or if it's not, it's like, if it's not natural in your culture, it's natural in his culture. But there's, okay, so there's some fears and anxieties. So this is a problem where the only reason why the alcoholism is a problem is because of the lack of spiritual development and basic spiritual hygiene. Because within the realms of addiction, this person could be vulnerable to spiritual attack. And dealing with a high-level divine feminine such as this, you divine feminine have learned like to protect your pussy at all costs because of a pattern of sexual assault since childhood. But there's certain buttons that certain people can press, and this divine masculine presses those buttons. You're experiencing a lot of career success too, and so is he. If not, then will be. It's all what you make it. You turned your weapons that people turned against you and you use them to fight for yourself. Okay. Again, the Chariot. So this is, what is this? These two cards came back out again, so they want to talk to us. This is the cool thing about tarot, because the way that tarot works is it works through your physical body. You're physically manipulating the cards. You're physically pulling the ones. So for me, I read intuitively, even though I know now the meanings of the cards, I still don't know everything, but I just pull from intuitively what the message is telling me. So it doesn't have to correlate with the specific original meaning of the cards. Like, I'm not that type of reader. I'm an intuitive reader. So the fact that we already pulled both of these cards separately and now they wanted to come out together. So somebody is really tortured in their head. If you're the feminine polarity in this matchmaker. You guys, there's a reason why celebrity matchmakers and like high level matchmakers are a thing. People want to come into sacred union. It's a reason why so many people are investing in relationship coaching and femininity coaching. People want to come into sacred union. I projected this trend years ago with my constituency of sex workers and survivors that a lot of people would be leaving the industry to get into a love relationship where they're fully provided for, and I've seen it happen. I've seen many of my clients do it. So yeah, this is what's happening right now. Because you're ultimately going to be a lot more powerful in that union, and you may have not even known that it was something you wanted until you saw someone else with it, okay? You also don't know what a great catch you are. Somebody is going to be offering you something fun that's going to make you want to say yes to it. You know how a lot of times people want you to commit, but they're not like providing what you would want to commit to, so you don't want to. But this is what happens when people get in their inner child wounds. Because then it's like reverting to a childlike state of being a baby and needing to be taken care of. So what is this? So what was this about? This has to do with child abuse. This has to do with child abuse. So part of this is the ethics of the people involved. Why you have not had children yet is because you don't want to pass these generational curses on to them that you grew up with in your family, whether you are consciously like, no, I don't want kids because or whether it's a subconscious, like even you may have even tried to get pregnant and not been able to, because that's how deeply buried in the subconscious it is. And in those cases, when these things are, the more deeply buried these intergenerational wounds are in the subconscious mind, to the point that there may even be like widespread social movements dedicated towards like misinformation campaigns and like having people forget what happened, let alone just family secrets that don't tell the whole story or completely make up a story. So the more subconscious it is, the more you have to, it's like a gold mine. Because what else is in there? This is how our ancestors hid their secrets, so they could survive past everything that's happened. So what was this Chariot and Nine of Swords about? I should have kept it out, my bad. King of Wands. Yeah, you're moving, you're moving and you're uniting with somebody to heal inner child wounds. But it could be somebody that you had a really bad fight with, and somebody that you like literally are like, fuck you, I hate you. And you're like, oh my god, I hate the fact that I know what's happening here. This man is my destiny and I don't want to claim it because I'm afraid. I would rather kill this relationship than have to just see what happens. Because I'm terrified. And I learned from my upbringing, if I don't control everything, then I will not be safe. And someone will definitely sexually assault me, possibly beat me, and I won't have enough to eat. But the worst things have already happened. The things you're afraid of have already happened. They happened to you. You had a rough childhood. Whoever this message is for, if it's not you, it's somebody else that you just fit who you think this is about. Because this is a general reading, so everything is not for everybody. You learned that it was safer to be by yourself. So the idea of like cohabitating with somebody and spending your life with somebody, like sharing everyday moments with them, like you like being single. You may even like really thrive with an emotionally distant partner. Because you need that time to with yourself to howl at the moon. You don't have to do anything is the message. And it's so frustrating because this message keeps coming up. Like, we keep getting this, and the collective cannot not do anything. You're like, no, I have to make money, I have to work. That's fine. Do like this is there's like a suspension of disbelief. You can have two programs running at the same time. In one program, you know that you don't have to do anything, and it's coming to you, regardless of whether you do anything or not. And in the other program, you can know that I'm confident and capable and I have something to offer, and it's going to make me feel a lot better to know I've done everything I can, and I will. The devil came up because she's trying to tell you you've been a bad bitch since birth. It's not hard for you to magnetize wealth and abundance. You were making money when you were a child. Like, you were probably making money when you were a child. If whoever I'm speaking with, you've been working since you were a child and had your own money. Nobody could tell you shit. You ran shit in your household. You were the boss of everybody, and they just like had to keep up. And that's part of why they hate you. Sorry to say, this is part of why they hated you so much growing as you grew up, because you became so beautiful, and that caused extreme jealousy in your mother and your grandmother. And this happens in families, and there's no outlet for them to express that other than against you. So this is now the Empress coming into the Empress energy. This is talking about fertility. So this is how you've cleared the wound of infertility. If this is an issue for anybody that I'm speaking with, if whether it was consciously like, no, I don't want no kids, I'm gonna get an abortion and abort that demon spawn with the quickness, or whether it was subconscious, like, I don't know why we can't get pregnant, we keep trying and nothing is working. You're clearing this up right now because you have like a sacred son that can come through your lineage. This is a prophecy for a lot of the collective, is a sacred son. So that's part of the teachings we get into in Root Lock and in some of my videos, is talking about the differences between having a son versus having a daughter, whether your firstborn is a son or a daughter. This is what's coming up right now, is like you have a sacred son on the way. He's in your aura. He's ready to come through within the next 5 years. And within the first 5 years of his life, your life is going to completely change. Like, you will never have thought that your life would be like that. You come from a bloodline where men tend to run, like, because they're generationally soldier to soldier bloodline. They didn't stay, like, they came. This is how these bloodlines work. It's a prostitute, the lineage, the matrilineal is prostitute, the patrilineal is soldier, which essentially is a slave. It's like a warrior slave. It's a warrior class. They're groomed to be warriors. They go into other villages and they rape and pillage, and then they leave. So no, they don't stick around to watch their kids grow up. So this is something very different for the divine masculines involved with this collective, is that they are from those warrior bloodlines, yet they have basically elevated into a king status through their experiences of what they've seen. They were always in position for that, but they had to fight for it, because that does not just given. To men in these lineages, that's not just a given. Like, they're not given a position. They have to fight for it. They have to earn it, and they have to do so through spiritual means. So with the sacred union, their consciousness is elevated as seeing themselves like that. Like, it's like a back and forth reflection in the mirror neurons, where you see a king and they see a queen, and you become more and more and more and more and more of that. And this is in line with your destiny. because people don't really understand the nature of royalty, that every place has had their own royalty. Every place has their own royalty. So if you go to like the middle of nowhere and there's a small village there, there's a royal lineage in that village. And the royalty traditionally, naturally in indigeneity is spiritual. Those with the most spiritual gifts are the royalty. We won't get into the Atlantean blue blood conspiracy, blah, 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 right now. But yes, because this is a whole nother topic about the this is a side note. I'll make another video about this later, but about the races and who's white and what white is. But anyways, we'll get into that later, but this is part of the curse coming through the matrilineal, is the constant like reclassification of race or nationality, and just how psycho that has made our matrilineal lineage of having to keep up with so many lives, so many double lives, and so many lies. So now we're like seeing our truth, being witnessing our truth, and the truth is love, and the truth is provision. The truth is that being provided for makes us feel safe. So this is a message for a woman, like no matter how much you earn, you still want to be provided for. And it's okay for you to say that. It's gonna make you even more attractive to him, the devil. So the same cards keep coming up. The devil, the Seven of Cups. So what are you choosing between? What are these choices? And then again, the Page of Cups and the Empress. So what is this? What is the choice? Yes, making a choice. What is the choice? Oh. Is the choice between multiple people? So this could be multiple people, or it could be multiple personalities. In manifesting, there's this concept that like everyone is you pushed out, and that if you want a different version of them, you get on a different timeline, and it's not like they change, it's just like they're a completely different person on that timeline. Because there's a difference here between a divine masculine that embraces his spiritual nature and his femininity, and one that doesn't. And the energy is the difference between like high level priest and messenger boy. And that's also part of this wound that's clearing, is like, because that's the reason, that's part of the origin of this belief that you can't have great sex with somebody that you are attracted to and that you love, but you have to like compromise that part of your life for survival with somebody who can afford to take care of you. It's that energy of like a princess or a queen. Like, okay, here's the Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what's next. Exactly. It's like the energy of the Queen of Pentacles getting with the Page of Swords. He's just like, he moves in, he's slick talking. He gives her something that she wants, which is attention, that she's not getting from the King of Pentacles because he's too busy with his pentacles. And she gets presents that she's not used to. So what's the point, though? What's the point? It's like merging those two into one. Yeah, so we have the King of Wands. So what are we merging? All the same cards keep coming up. I could have just pulled a spread and left it there. All the same cards. Alright, but it's ultimately that it's the end of a cycle that's been keeping women subservient to toxic masculine energies. Sex is indicated here. Like a lot of passion, fiery energy. It's giving being cooped up with somebody. It's cuffing season. It's giving like being booed up with somebody for the winter. Okay, so then why is this still here? What's the problem? What's the problem? Because it's not happening fast enough. What's the problem? I don't understand. Spirit, please give me clear clarification for this 9 of Swords. Why is this person in their head, losing sleep, powerlessness, and vindictiveness, wanting someone to pay, wanting punishment? Oh my God. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, death. Like, this is the generational curse you are breaking. You made a vow to yourself as a child to never bring children into this type of environment, and you never will, and you decided that. So you have to be so firm and powerful in those boundaries, because these are the situations that bring out that inner victim in you and make you feel powerless and make you submit to what you don't want. King of Wands, Hermit, Knight of Wands, the World. Like, someone is really in this with you. Well, you've cultivated such a deep responsiveness within yourself, even when it's uncomfortable and hard and you want to check out, that you've attracted that within your outer realm, because everyone is, you pushed out, you're nurturing yourself and others are nurturing you too. Judgment. It says awaken, sleeper, rise. There's an announcement coming. It's like a text message coming through. Somebody's like, it's basically like they want to fight with you, but they miss you and they want to know like what is going on. They feel like they put so much time and effort into you already, and now you're just gonna like walk away. They're not having it. Oops. The Fool. The Fool upside down. This person has a plan, and the Star. It'll come to fruition within the next 2 weeks. Okay, you said that before. Speed it up. We ain't got all day. We do not have all day. All right. The Lovers. There we go. That's what we were looking for. You see how he's a vampire busting in her window? Oh, so romantic. Yeah. All right. So it's the crossroads moment now. Within the next 3 days, you should hear something. Yeah, a message coming through. See how he's bringing the scroll, and it's emotional message of love. It's like this man is like very youthful. So he's like, this is like very much giving like school yard crush type of thing. And then we have the 10 of Cups. That's emotional wealth, emotional fulfillment, and family. So this is important. Stop looking to the past. Forgive and forget. Move forward. Let yourself be okay with all the parts of you, because you're gonna be able to own more of your energy. Like, this is also another thing, is that because of the lack of love in your upbringing, it's made love seem like a luxury item that is scarce and not available. And it's not. It is available. It's bioavailable. It's readily available. Your lack of love and your upbringing made love seem like it was something you had to earn. It's not. That's not how love works. So don't be surprised if you feel like tremors in your body, or you like shake a little bit, or you have like you have to like burp or something like that, bodily function. You might feel tingly in different parts of your body, like in your chest, your breasts. Like you might feel more sexually sensitive after receiving this message. So yes, let me know how this resonates with you. I'd love to hear it. But take time the next 3 days, drink water, expect an incoming message, expect to get the ball rolling all over the next 2 weeks. We're gonna keep checking in with this energy. Let me know how this resonates, so that'll help when I keep checking in with it. And then we have on the bottom of the deck the Magician. So this is manifestation. Whatever you want, you can have it. That's why you want it. It's just all about taking the steps to get there. So I hope this helps. Let me know. Say mashallah, peace healers, ma salama.